Hi, I'm attorney Ben Schwartz from the law firm of Schwartz & Schwartz, and today we're going to answer a viewer question. The question is, I'd like to consider getting an attorney for my personal injury case, but I want to know how much does it cost to do this before I go into an attorney's office. And so I can answer this question very simply. The answer is going to vary from lawyer to lawyer, from law firm to law firm. And it's also going to vary from case to case because the fees change depending on the types of cases sometimes. But I can give you some general idea of how it works so that you can make a decision whether to go to an attorney or not go to an attorney after a personal injury accident. The first thing that you should know is that personal injury attorneys offer free consultations to people who've been injured in accidents. And this is something that I think you're going to find no matter where you go and no matter where you have had an accident. You're going to find that if you contact a law firm, they're probably willing to give you a free consultation, a free initial consultation, free meeting with an attorney to discuss your legal rights. And so the first thing you should know is that just walking into the attorney's office to sit down with the lawyer and learn about your legal rights is probably not going to cost you anything. The second thing that you should know is that when attorneys take a personal injury case, they usually take the case on what's called a contingency fee agreement. Under a contingency fee agreement, you're not paying them by the hour. You're paying them by the percentage. And so the percentage will be based off of whatever the settlement or jury verdict or award of damages turns out to be. They get paid at the end from the winnings or from the settlement money. And generally speaking, I see contingency fee percentages around a third, 35%, 40% of whatever the settlement or award is. I think that we have an office just outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My impression from speaking with other attorneys in that area is that the standard fee in Philadelphia area personal injury cases is 40%. Outside of Philadelphia, say in Dover, Delaware, where we also have an office, I think that the percentage tends to be different. I think in Dover, Delaware, the standard percentage is probably a third or 35% of whatever the settlement or award is. Why that is, I don't know, and maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my observation of how much fees tend to be. Also, under a contingent fee agreement or contingency fee agreement, the third thing that you should know is that the law firm or the attorney is going to advance the costs of litigation. And that's very important because pursuing a personal injury case can be very expensive. So I'll give you some examples of the expenses that are involved in personal injury cases. The number one expense that you run into is obtaining the medical records from the treating physicians, physical therapists, hospitals, etc. In a typical personal injury case, I think we're spending hundreds of dollars on medical records. We also need to get reports produced by the physician who's treating the patient, the client, and so we can end up spending hundreds of dollars to get a report out of the treating physician as well. If we file a lawsuit, there's a filing fee to file the lawsuit. If we need the physician's testimony to present the personal injury case at trial, then we're typically spending thousands of dollars on that. So in a personal injury case, we may end up spending thousands of dollars to prosecute the case. That is not attorney's fees. That's the expenses that we incur in pursuing the case. And so in most personal injury cases, the personal injury attorney or the personal injury law firm who's representing the injured person is going to advance those costs. The law firm is going to spend its money on those things, and then when the case settles or when the case is won, the law firm will be paid back out of the settlement or out of the award of damages, and that is in addition to the attorney's fee. But the main idea here is that these things, contingency fees, free consultations in personal injury cases, advancing the costs of prosecution, these three things are really the keys to the courthouse for injured folks, because most people in the United States of America, I would say the majority of people who have an accident, who are out of work, who have rent to pay or a mortgage to pay and mouths to feed at home, can't afford to spend money on an attorney and on litigation expenses over the course of several years sometimes in order to get an award of compensation. And so these things, I think these three things are really the keys to the courthouse. If you're injured in an accident, you can pursue a claim or pursue a case with a personal injury attorney's assistance, and you're not coming out of pocket up front. Everything is basically getting paid in the end from the proceeds from the settlement or from the award of damages. So that's how it typically works. I hope that answers the question of how do attorney's fees get paid, how do expenses get paid, what does it cost to hire an attorney in a personal injury case. And I hope that you found this video informative. If you have any questions on this topic of affording a personal injury attorney after an automobile accident or slip and fall or other personal injury case, please feel free to send me an email. My email address is ben.schwartz@schwartzandschwartz.com. You can also go on our Facebook page, facebook.com/schwartzandschwartz. You can leave a comment there on the page for us, or you can submit a message through Facebook Messenger to us, and you can ask questions that way. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, send me an email. If you have any comments, send me an email. If you have any ideas for other videos that you'd like to see relating to law and personal injury litigation or criminal defense litigation in particular, contact me and let me know your thoughts.